We are in Cuba, Missouri. We are on Old Route 66. We do love our Route 66 stuff, or at least I do. This is something we have not stopped at before, even though we've passed Cuba many times. It's off of I-44, and we are actually on what is Old Route 66 right here. We are at Fanning's 66 Outpost. We're gonna go in the store in a little bit, but I wanted to show you this right here. This is the infamous rocking chair. This used to be the largest in the world. I believe it is now the second largest. I don't know where the largest is. And how on earth is there one larger than this?
Oh, that thing's huge. Walk
on over there so they can see how large this rocking chair is. This thing is monstrous. I can't remember how many feet high it is. I want to say like maybe 60 or something. Yeah, so that is a really big rocking chair. That is really cool. And this is the Outpost store, and there's supposed to be like hundreds and hundreds of awesomely weird sodas in here and cool flavors of popcorn and other things, and so we're gonna go in and check that out. And I do love the mural. That is really cool. This is a neat little store. I'll just walk up so you can kind of see the front of the store. It's Fanning Outpost General Store, Route 66. Pretty neat. Buy some jeans and some sweaters. Horse feed's back there. You can pick up horse feed here too. This is the Cuba, Missouri Visitor Center. We're going to go in here because we want to pick up a map, because it's going to show us some really awesome things that hopefully we're going to be showing you next. This begins our little map around Cuba, the downtown Cuba area. It's a mural walk. Cuba is actually known as the Mural City, and this is mural number 1. It's celebrating 100 years of People's Bank. A.J. Barnett, the first cashier and president of People's Bank from 1920 to 59, is pictured in the mural, and cranking the first Model T Ford in Cuba. That's pretty. Mural number 2 is called Apples. From 1895 to 1920, the apple was the king of Cuba. By 1900, Cuba was the largest producer, processor, and distributor of apples in the state of Missouri. Interesting information. I like learning stuff. This is mural number 3. This is the Gold Star Boys. It's Cuba's own Gold Star Boys pictured on the Blue Bonnet, which was a train that often transported soldiers during World War II. It kind of goes all the way down the wall with the American flag. That's pretty neat too. And then you can actually see they actually have names of soldiers. I'll walk over there so you can see that real quick. They gave their lives that we might live in freedom. Very nice. Beautiful mural. The number 4 mural is County Fair, and it is actually showing Truman because he came here and campaigned during a really close race in 1940. So this one is kind of showing about not only Truman, Senator Harry S. Truman at the time, but also the county fair. This is mural number 5. This is the Amelia Earhart mural. September 4th, 1928. the one and only Amelia Earhart, landed in Cuba. She made an emergency landing because she thought there was something wrong with her plane. As it turned out, there was nothing wrong with the plane, and she went ahead and continued her journey. But for the residents of Cuba, Missouri, it's very, very cool that she made a stop here. I like this one. Al West was the mayor from 1946 to 1958. And during the time that he was mayor, Cuba actually extended their water and sewer system. They had developed paved and lit streets and put in some electrical system, and that is pretty interesting information. So this was mural number 6 on the list. This one might be a little harder for me to get. This is kind of a busy street. Let's try to step out here a little bit. This is Prosperity Corner. It goes all the way around the building, which is pretty interesting. In the 1900s, this was called Prosperity Corner, I guess, and it's where people would meet to do business and hang out at the general store. And it still is a store. You could go in there and get you some boots. Here's number 8. This was created to, well, basically recreate the Roberts Judson Lumber Company from 1948. It was a sheet metal and millwork building business. That's pretty nice. I like the garage door addition, so it looks like you're actually looking in the window. That's pretty clever. I like that. Well, that mural is number 9. Unfortunately, it is unfinished. I feel like it maybe was finished since it's number 9, and they've had to redo it possibly, and it's still kind of in the works. But it is supposed to depict the river and the recreation and transportation and all that stuff that happens along the riverways. I'm sure it's going to be an absolutely beautiful mural once it is completed. Didn't want to leave it off the list. These are the Civil War murals. They are actually considered number 10. They depict conflicts between the troops of the Confederate General Sterling Price and Union General Thomas Ewing, September of 1964. Got a picture of Brigadier General Thomas Ewing there and Major General Sterling Price. Mural number 11 is probably my favorite one with the story that I've heard behind it or read behind it. So it is Betty Davis. In 1948, Betty Davis and it said her husband actually stayed in Cuba overnight, and Wilbur Vaughn, as what I've read, he likes to tell the story that he was around 19 years old, asked for a picture earlier in the day. Husband said no. He waited around and finally was able to snap a photo of Miss Davis, and the husband, the gentleman that was with her, chased him down, fell face first in some mud, and Mr. Vaughn got away, was able to develop the picture, send it to the paper, and as you can see on the mural, it was printed and put in the Cuba newspaper because that was a big deal that Betty Davis visited Cuba, Missouri. Mural number 12 is right on the four-way. This little building, I guess, as it says, was built by Paul T. Carr as a little service station in 1932. And in 1968, another gentleman changed it to an office building for an oil company. And right now it's a little diner. I like it. one is considered number 13. It is a day in the cooperage, and it honors McGinnis Wood Products 50th anniversary. McGinnis sells barrels worldwide from logs purchased within a 100-mile radius of Cuba. That's pretty cool. Let me get over here a little bit where the sun is not glaring in the wrong way. Yeah. Now that's a nice mural. This is mural 14, and it is labeled as being Meeting in Missouri. The Osage Indians were early inhabitants in this region. The French cultivated strong trade relations with the Osage Indians in this area. The trails that were established by the Osage eventually became Route 66 and I-44. That's some pretty interesting information. The Greetings from Cuba mural is fairly new. The lady at the visitor center said the artist had just finished this one. So it's not even on the map yet, but she did say we would be able to locate it pretty easily, and it is. It's right on the main downtown street. This is the Wagon Wheel Motel. I love the separate little motel buildings. So cute. This is the oldest still operating motel on Route 66. That's what they claim. I'm gonna say probably so. We've seen several that were abandoned. This is really cool. It was remodeled, I don't know, some time ago, but so cute. Can you imagine all the people that stayed here traveling Route 66? So right next to that is the Missouri Hick Barbecue, and we are going to go in here and eat because we are starving, and it is supposed to have some really good food, and it's not extremely busy right now, so we're going to go in here and eat. I got the spud, loaded spud. This thing is like huge. And then he got a sampler platter, which does not look like enough food for him, so he'll be hungry again in an hour. Yeah. Well, what did you think of your food at Missouri Hick Barbecue?
Food was good. The sauce is good. I mean, it wasn't enough.
Right.
But
that's just because...
Well, and I mean, you know, when you order a side of fries and there's 15 fries, that was it. I mean, I counted them because it didn't seem like...
You seriously counted your fries?
Yeah, because it wasn't very much. I can't help it. I'm a tightwad. I can't help it.
So I got that big spud, and I think I don't even think I ate a third of it. I'm taking the rest of it home. And yeah, it was packed full of meat and the baked beans, and really good. Wasn't crazy about the skin on the potato. It was extremely dry, but you know, that's fine. I don't need to eat the skin. It's good though otherwise, and I'm gonna have dinner later. So now we're gonna go hit some antique stores. Let's go do that. Okay, we are gonna hit this antique store. This is the Lone Star Antique Store, and literally a hop, skip, and on the other side of that building right there is another one, but it was really busy, so we chose to come to this one first. We're gonna go through here and see if we can find any cool goodies that we can buy and take home. So this is the second one, Two Old Crows. We're gonna go in here. We didn't buy anything in the other one. We're gonna go in and look at this one, and then, well, I don't know what we're doing after this. Well, we had a pretty fun time in Cuba, Missouri. We totally suggest it as a stop, especially if you're doing like Route 66 stuff or you have time on the way through. Check out all those murals, some of their little local businesses, and don't forget to grab a bite to eat while you're there. We had a good time. We are now heading down Old Route 66, going back home. That's I-44, right off to the right there. We're on Old Route 66, taking in the sights of, well, the cows and the interstate right now. Did you have a good time?
Yes.
We're gonna head home. We'll see you on the next one.